He lights up inside when he eases someone's pain. Just finding the way, one search at a time, matching hearts to missions, reasons to rhyme, with tools and processes humble and true.
Alright everybody, it's Dean DeCatsa, Search 30, and panic mode has set in. Everybody's worried that AI is going to take their job. It's time to put it in perspective. And I am an AI person. I use it. I write prompts. I'm a prompt engineer. But let's look at the history. Way back in the day, way back in the day, before there were newspapers and stuff, the town crier was how people found out about jobs. It's a person that would stood in the center of the town, city, whatever, and would tell you the news, which would include jobs. After that came newspapers here. And that's how people found out about jobs. Of course, then came the phones and the personal touch. You'd post a job, you try to call people that, you figure out where they're staying, all that good stuff. You built your little Rolodex. The newspaper was supposed to be no recruiting required. You just post it and people will come to you, post and pray. Well, they found out quickly that was not the case for various reasons. So they said, no problem. We got the phone. We'll just start calling. Get a hold of the phone book and look. Figure out where they're going after work and hanging out and all that good stuff. Don't need recruiters. Found out, yeah, you do. Because the hiring managers aren't going to do it. Then came the advent of the internet. Don't need recruiters. Hiring manager can just go on and say, find me this or resume this or whatever. Only a couple small problems. Number one, hiring managers didn't want to and didn't have the time. Number two, they didn't have to talk to people. And more importantly than all that, believe it or not, most of the hiring managers really didn't understand how to recruit and find the people. They didn't know Boolean, semantic, natural language. Some of them do, but not all. But most employees, they don't have the time. And nor do they know where to look. So you still needed recruiters. And actually with the internet came the advent of sourcing. Then came job boards. We got Monster. We got Career Builder. We got Dice. We don't need recruiters and sourcers. You can just have an HR person go in there and type project manager and there you go. Except for a problem. Number one, they all have the same people. Number two, by the time you did it, that people may not even be there anymore. And it was limited. So what happened? We do need recruiters and sourcers because we still have to. Someone still has to contact them, even if we do find them on a job board. Somebody still has to vet them. Yeah. So still need recruiters and sourcers. Just modify what they do. Then came IBM in its uninfinite wisdom, trying to come up with what would have been the equivalent of an AI for now. And everybody thought, this is going to work. We won't need recruiters and sources as much, blah, 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 except for one minor thing. In the head-to-head contest against sourcers, it failed miserably. It wasn't ready. So all this hype about don't need recruiters and sources went bye-bye. And of course, other tools came up saying you don't need recruiters and sourcers. Tools that tried to hide behind our next category, which is social media and LinkedIn. The hiding is LinkedIn. It's supposed to have been a social site, ended up becoming a glorified job board. But other social sites are out there. We don't need recruiters and sources. We'll go on Facebook. Hey, we're looking for this, and we'll get everybody we need. Wrong answer. Still need recruiters and sources. You still need people to talk to them. You still need people that can sift through all of the garbage that's out there. And more importantly, know how to find the people. It's not simple. Hey, let's go to Facebook, look for a job developer, and I'll find all the job developers me. No, not quite that simple. Go to GitHub, find all the job developers. Yeah, again, not that simple. Still got to find their contact info. Still got to do a good email or in-mail or call or whatever. So again, no, still need recruiters and sourcers. And now we are on the next wave in the historical whatever, every 5 to 10 years of, hey, we don't need recruiters and sources anymore because we have AI. Okay, y'all know my feeling about AI. Okay. but we'll call it AI anyway. Guess what? There is a company, and I'm not going to mention names, who let go 5 people because they thought the AI could do the job. Didn't need them anymore. Now, these 5 people would have been the ones that wrote the prompt, that verified the information, which, for those of you that don't know, AI has a 40% error or hallucination rate. And they would have verified, they would have done all that stuff. They let them go. They had a big contract for $500 million. And when they presented their findings, come to find out, 40% of it was wrong. And badly wrong. And it was obvious it was written by AI. They got taken to court and lost. Cost them $500 million. And they still had to get the job done. So what did? They found the 5 people they let go and ended up trying to hire them back and ended up having to pay twice as much to get them to come back. AI is a tool, nothing else. It's not going to replace a recruiter or a sourcer unless you do choose not to learn it. You know, there's an old thing from the book The Art of War, being ex-military. Adapt or die. Well, in this case, it's adapt or not have a job. It's like anything. Us recruiters and sourcers, researchers, we've had to adapt. You thought you were going to lose your job with the advent of the newspaper, the phone, and all that stuff. We learned how to adapt and use them as tools to help us get our job done better. The internet, same thing. We adapted. Job boards, we adapted. And we adapted. AI is nothing else but the next evolution in our requirement to adapt our skill set to utilize the tool to allow us to do more and or better. You write a good prompt, it can do amazing things for you. You learn how to write prompts, amazing things. You don't, you're probably not going to have a job for too long. I mean, there are companies right now that can't use AI because of security reasons, all that, but they're developing their own. So you're still going to have to deal with that at some point in time. So everybody needs to take a step back, take a breath, and realize AI is a tool. And companies who are letting recruiters and sources and researchers go because of it will realize they still need them. They just might have to modify a little bit of what they do. I can do more faster with AI than I can without. And it's not just about the prompts I write. Most of you know, most AIs use Python scripts to get things done. I also write some of the scripts to use because some of the ones they have just aren't very good. So learning to program isn't a bad thing for us. But my point is, adapt, learn AI, learn prompting, learn how to do it properly, and you'll be fine. And the reason I say properly is because, like I said, if you use write a standard prompt using any one of the 100 billion frameworks out there for how to write a prompt, you're still going to have to worry about the hallucination rate. If you write the prompt the right way, you can reduce that hallucination rate down from 40 down to 10, which is where I'm at. I'm not saying I'm great at it. I'm not saying there aren't people much better than me. I'm just telling you where I'm at. But I've been doing it for a while. Since AI came out, the first thing I did, okay, it's here for real now, this time, not the IBM thing, but for real, I might as well learn how to do it and learn how to be a prompt engineer so that I can figure it all out. I got to the point where I actually had created my own frameworks for creating a prompt because, frankly, the ones out there are okay, yeah, right. They're a bit of a pain to deal with, and especially to maintain, because the thing about prompting is you have to always update your prompt. And sometimes you might even think of something to add to your prompt. And if you aren't using the right framework, adding to a prompt can be difficult. If you use the right framework, piece of cake. That said, that's not what we're here about. Relax, take it easy. If you don't know how to use prompts in AI, learn how to write a prompt and how to use AI. If you already know, get better at it. That's it. It's that simple. As long as you do those things, you will find yourself in a position to where it is not a matter of whether you will have a job or not, because you will. It's a matter of what else, how much more will they have to pay you, because you can do things that others can't do, like with anything. All right, so that's it. I'm going to get off my high horse here. I hate, not high horse. We'll go with my soapbox and just say, take a breath, relax, adapt. Adapt and you'll be fine. You don't adapt, well, you know what happens. Anyway, that said, let's take us out.
Thanks for the moment, he's helping you, finding the way through data and care. When others give up, somehow he's still there.
All right, my name is Dean DeCosta, Search Authority. May the source be with you.